Oh, hey there, neighbor. What brings you around the homestead? Yep, there sure is a lot of fighting going on around the neighborhood, huh? Yeah, I've heard some things, but work's been pretty crazy. Kids have been keeping me pretty busy too. But I've heard some things from some little birdies. As they say in Yule Saga, birds of a feather flock mostly together. But neighbor, near as I can tell, we got a puzzle been thrown in a wood chipper. Then when you start putting some pieces together, somebody throws two more in. It's hard to say what's going on. But I'd reckon there's a lot of animosity nobody wants to come to terms with. And when no one wants to come to terms and deconstruct the past, well, they get lost in the sauce. And the piece is lost. There's this old saying, again from Yule Saga. Never break the peace which good and true people make between you and others. But also from Yule Saga. When an ill seed is sown, so too will an ill crop spring from it. People jealous of other people's yards. Who has a bigger house? Who's sicking the ordnance officer on who? Then people start looking at the colors of their feathers. And they start flocking together. They spin and they dance. And they convince the other birds in their flock they're the best bird. There's a lot of flocks in this neighborhood, aren't there? Reminds me of something from Volsunga Saga. Pride and wrong often end badly. They can't see past their pride to the wrong they have done. And it will end badly, which is what we're witnessing now. A lot of people are calling it Norse talk Ragnarok. This implies that it's the end, which is a big misconception. Ragnarok is a rebirth story. It's unfortunate some people are moving out of the neighborhood and that they feel they have to. But that's the cycle of life, the cycle of nature. I'll tell you what though, it's been an absolute treat watching the new birds coming in and them finding their voice. Sure, these other flocks don't see them nor hear them when they speak. But they're seen and they're learning a lot despite not being heard. Now aren't they? And I think we can all agree that the size of one's house nor the beauty of one's yard justifies or makes anyone more correct than the next person. Whether intentional or not, we still teach. The ancestors were funny like that, and they had a very apt saying for this. The cattle are much like their masters, or their favorite creators. Volsunga Saga. A responsibility I think many forget. Conversely, something that's not said in Volsunga Saga is those cattle can be very particular about what they're fed, and they can get very loud about it. Very demanding, not very demure. So in a way, those same masters can be held hostage by those cattle. They think if they dress a certain way or act a certain way, maybe it'll make those cows make them like them a little bit more. But they don't. Most of the neighborhood pulls out popcorn as they wreak havoc on the farm and tear down fences. What's that? Why don't I get involved? Well, I can't figure it out. Life's pretty busy for me right now. I only have so much time, so I get a little bit bristly when people try to hold me hostage and make demands. And at the end of the day, from Gisli Sørensen's saga, everyone's a master of their own words. I don't know, there's about 4 or 8 different things going on in the neighborhood right now. Hard to tell. But at the end of the day, I know I need to be a master of my own words, even if others can't. Those birdies up there, they're watching. They're learning. I'm not going anywhere. I live here. See that birdie right there? That's a good and true bird. That cow over there, little pain in their heart. A lot of growing to do. Still a good and true cow. That house over there, sure, it's a little run down. Could use a coat of paint. But it's still a good and true house. Most of these flocks that are fighting right now, good and true flocks. Some animosity there and a little territorial, sure. But I've spoken to them. I can see the potential of their future, not the errors of their past. Well, some people aren't part of flocks like you and me. Just old crows, watching and learning. That flock over yonder doesn't talk to that one. Don't know what I know. That bad flock, allegedly, has helped that flock over there. And that flock over there has helped this raven help that flock over there. All of them, good and true, to be fair. Some just don't want to let it be seen. Some just don't know it's there. I don't know, neighbor, just something to think about. to neighbors, birdies, and cows, and ravens. Oh my.